Just look at this reaction from Gukesh, the 19-year-old world champion. How can you not feel for him? Just one move, and he either contends for the first place in the Norway 2025 chess tournament, or he ends up in third. So what happened? Caruana starts with e4, and after e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, knight f6, we have a classic two knights defense, played at every level. b3, that signals a slow positional approach. h6 prevents white's pieces from jumping to g5. Caruana responds with a slow prophylactic pawn move as well. g6 by Gukesh, that's not a move you see often here. Usually black prefers to develop the bishop to c5. A few more developing moves, and now h3, another useful prophylactic move by Caruana. A logical d6 by Gukesh to open up the light squared bishop. Caruana develops his dark square bishop, and Gukesh plays a6. So far, this game feels like two heavyweight boxers circling. No punches thrown yet. Queen d2, and now white has a choice of which side to castle. Gukesh offers a bishop trade, and Caruana accepts it. Now, black has double pawns, but also a semi-open f-file for the rook to operate on. Caruana starts maneuvering his knights, Gukesh responds with the aggressive g5, Caruana continues his knight repositioning. Queen d7. Both players are trying to outsmart each other, not revealing where they plan to castle. c3, meaning d4 is coming. Gukesh castles first, and now b4. Caruana shows his cards and starts an immediate attack. When you're attacked on the flank, and the opponent's king is in the center, you counter in the center. Chess 101. Caruana moves his queen away from danger zone, and Gukesh pushes d4. Pawns are exchanged, and Caruana retreats his bishop. Queen e7. Rook b1, b5 is coming. Knight d7, and Caruana finally castles. Gukesh centralizes his knight. White has a plan too. Caruana plays knight h2, challenging the dark square bishop. After the exchange on f3, Gukesh avoids trailing bishops and places it on e5. And now b5. The pawn trade opens up the a file. Gukesh grabs the pawn, but it allows Caruana's rook to activate. His rook comfortably lands on a c file. Gukesh follows suit and places his rook on the f-file, forcing white's queen to move away. Bishop d6, inviting e5. Here comes a rook f5. And now white can't take the bishop without losing a rook. But Gukesh misses rook takes c6, a stunning rook sacrifice. Pawn takes, and Caruana follows up with rook a5. Gukesh has to move the queen. Then e takes d6, rook takes a5, and Caruana plays an intermezzo check, queen takes e6 check. King b7, and only now bishop takes rook. Rook takes d6, queen moves away to e7. So what do we have here? Caruana has a knight and a bishop against a rook and a pawn. Equal on paper, but black's king is open. The engine favors white. Queen a1 check, but bishop e1 holds. The bishop is protected. Then comes c5. The engine hates this move, too slow. After knight g3, the knight is heading to the beautiful e4 square. Rook c6, king h2, clearing the g3 square for the bishop. Queen a2, knight e4, white is clearly better. Queen d5. f3 supports the knight and prepares g3 for the bishop. c4. Gukesh can't just sit and wait. Queen b4 check, king c8, and queen a4, threatening to penetrate via a8 square. Gukesh prevents that. Bishop f2, eyeing the d4 pawn. Gukesh grabs the pawn, and Caruana takes on d4. Rook a6, attacking the queen. Queen b4 check, king c8, queen f8 check, queen d8 blocks, and white retreats to c5. After rook e6, the computer says the game is basically over. But it's still tricky. Queen c4, double attack on the rook and pawn. Rook d6, believe it or not, is the best move here. If knight takes d6, then queen takes d6 with a check, and after d2, black survives without a bishop. Caruana realizes it and plays the precise bishop e5. Rook shifts to d5, and now Caruana plays f4 and loses all his advantage. d2. One square away from promotion. Bishop takes c7, and here comes the tragedy. All Gukesh had to do was to take the bishop after queen takes d5, queen takes f4. It's an easy draw, but instead, Gukesh promotes the pawn and loses on the spot. How often do we see a queen promotion to be a losing move? Bishop takes d8 check, king takes d8, and what Gukesh missed is knight c3 fork. No checks, no tricks. Gukesh is losing a full rook, and he resigns. The loss gave Magnus Carlsen the tournament victory.